Hey guys, final episode of the Northamptonshire Season 3. Disappointing news, we couldn't do enough to get out of relegation. So this game is all about giving some new guys some opportunities and just exploring a few options. Going into a pretty hefty season review, which will be a recap. But quickly go over the fixtures that have taken place. We had a pretty decent performance against Surrey. We fought so hard. We deserved a lot more out of this game. Anderton outstanding in 143. We batted first. 298 was a decent score. They responded with 277 all out. Connor McCurra 5 for 84. But this is where it sort of fell apart for us. We got 250 all out. We gave them about 271 to win. And it was just a hard-fought game. And generally, Willie had to attack too because we had collapsed for 103 for 6. He and Anderton formed a very crucial partnership, but it wasn't enough. We had our opportunities. 186 for 6. What could have been, eh? We could have had an extra win. We still would have been a chance of surviving this season, possibly. So that was an unfortunate loss. They won by 3 wickets. Well played from Rule and Estwood. The game against Yorkshire was a disaster, really. Like a crunch game. We had to win to stay in contention to survive relegation. They posted a monumental 530 runs all across the board. We really struggled. And that forced me to really have to try and go for it. So as you can see, 226. We only batted 37.3 overs just to try and get into a position where we could possibly make them bat and chase 120, 130. But yeah, they were just too good. We got 351 in the second innings. Again, only batting 66.3 overs. Good cameos there, but just nothing sustained. The bowlers were really good, just chipping away as often as they could, and 52 without loss. That was a pretty convincing result. So we'll quickly change and alter the lineup, guys, and we will hopefully get a win in our final game in Division 1 for a while, I'd say. So here's your team for the game against Somerset. Top of the table, taking on bottom. We've gone with, of course, as mentioned, Markham Anderson being brought in. Saeed's getting another go. I think he's been okay this season with the ball. Still developing his batting. Cranshaw has been slotted into 5 instead of Wakely, who had a pretty quiet season. But without further ado, final game of the season. We are going to elect to bat first on what should be a good, decent track to bat on. But your top of the table could show their class here. That's a great start. First over, we are down a wicket. I think Levy's been good. Won the pick of the players of the season. So is Anderton. The other batsmen have really let themselves down just with inconsistent performances. That's the reason why we're getting relegated back down to Division 2. Great learning curve to see where we're at. We've got to get our programs in that right. And get back to Division 1 as quickly as we can. Like we are good enough to be there, I believe. We're competitive in majority of our games for most of the sessions that we have played. And now here's Cranshaw in second ever first class game. Left-hander. Pretty much again playing for a contract. He's going to be judged on this performance. He had a couple good 20 over spells of batting. Got that impressive 60 odd. Anderton looking the part again. He's only 20 years of age, this guy. You've got to remember, thrusted into number 4 as a 17-year-old. Coming towards the end of his third season with the team. He's probably a future captain in the making, really. Cranshaw. It's a good wee positive partnership here. That's 50 for Anderton. And we end the session at 105 for 3. So this is decent batting. Rain has stopped play, typical. Just cuts our momentum out when we didn't need it. So it's a decent partnership. Rain has stopped play again. 136 for 3. Rain has played havoc on day one of this final first-class fixture for both sides this season. Anderton bowled off a no ball. Can he continue on and convert another 100? And Cranshaw brings up a 50. Well played from the young 21-year-old. But he's gone for 52. So, yeah, just to quickly give him perspective, one score of 62 and another 50 here. It's just giving him a good clause to be given a go. Like, he could be a number 5 for next season in Division 2. Give him a permanent spot, give him a chance to develop and make that his own. Anderton plays a very nice shot. Roslington, not his best season, but down on his numbers from the previous 2 years, but he's still been okay. One off from another 100 Anderton, and he's done it again. 20 years of age, that I believe is his 11th first-class 100. In the day one, 218 for 4 is a pretty reflective day. Like, had our moments, they've had theirs. Gonna continue on here, get another good partnership formed. We'll talk about in the season review what I totally feel, but some players are really disappointed. One guy in particular, I'll point him out for his season, and I'll give him another go. But yeah, we really, when we bring guys into the setup, we want them performing really. Anderton, lovely shot. He's closing in on 150. Love him to go on for a big score here. He's brought up 150 there, and the 300's up also. This is a good innings from Anderton. So 320 for 5 after 105 overs. Going at around 3 and over. Want to set them a decent score to try and run down first innings. To see how experienced guys could not quite deliver in those last 3 games. Well, this game hasn't been decided yet, but the last couple games when we really needed a performance or two from one of the guys, they just didn't quite do it. Out for 178 Anderton. That was a splendid knock. So he's given us a decent score to try and defend. 400 would be nice here. If we can get over the line there, I might declare. Because we are slowing down trying to get there. Zaib. His batting continues to defy belief as an all-rounder. He should be really just a bowler. 391 for 8. And can we slide over 400? We do. Okay, excellent. So we will declare there. 401 for 9 after 148 overs. The mainstay being Anderton there. Right. Connor McCurra's been really good this season with the ball. He just has massive spirits where he just gets on a roll and he's very hard to stop. Got 3 spinners today. Happy with some of Anderson's spells too. Just slowly coming on as a bowler. 64 for 2. Gonna bowl our spin for a little while. And Anderson looks like he's going to pick up his second wicket, LBW. That's what he does. Anderson doesn't go for too much in the stuff. Like he doing enough. Markham picks up a wicket. McCurra picks up a wicket. Nice bowling, lads. Markham, good stuff. It's 160 for 6. They still trail by 240. Just need another good spell of bowling. So even to the attack. Get the 2 spinners operating again. Really, really good innings from Overton here. Just sort of taking the sting out of our sails. Bring the part-time offie in. Keep Markham going at one end. 2 for 60 off 26 is a Pretty good going. Big 113. Course from Craig Overton. It's been a pretty good knock. He's just turned this game on its head. Need some inspiration here. And we have got it. Markham gets the wickets. It's got his third. Anderson will grab his third as well. But yeah, great fight back from the #1 side this season. So in the end, Markham picks up, I believe, his best bowling figures. 4 for 65. Anderson pretty tidy as well. And we've got a lead of 50. And we have not got much time to bat either. We probably want to rapidly bat and try and force a result. Try and finish the season on a high. Just that rain is going to come back to bite us, I think. We probably took a wee bit too long in our first innings, but it's just setting up the game. Some Cielos. Newton. Newton's had another solid season at opening, a few hundreds, and just providing his experience. Richard Levy. But the batting, I believe, has been all right in the first class stuff. It's just the limited over stuff's been a bit of a letdown. Some of these guys will know their performances have not been up to par. Trying to get this lead up as quickly as possible. 250, maybe the target. You got to dangle the carrot a wee bit too. We've got to try and make them go a bit quick because they may need the win still to lock in the championship. Lovely shot from Newton. Just up the rate a little bit again. 114 for 1. This is a good second innings so far. Lead of about 164. Let's take a good look at that. Yeah, we lead by 50 in that first innings. Lovely shot, 4 more. Be interesting to see what I can pick up during the off season, really, for this team. But all will be said in the season review, season 3. But there's the main core. If I can keep the main sort of squad together and just make a few improvements here and there, it'll be quite nice. 44 for 1. Couple of nice boundaries. That should be out. It's just gone down there for Rail compiled 78. 154 for 2 after 29 overs. If he just continues that onslaught. $169 for 2. Lead of 219. It's gone straight up. He's gone for 49 there. Levy. Probably want to bat another 10 overs, possibly. Get another 50 runs. Give them around 270 to chase. Should be an interesting final 2 sessions. Cranshaw cannot impress me for the second time in this game. 50, has he done enough? 2 50s, one in the 20 over trophy and one in the first class. He's very much only played a limited amount of games. Lovely shot from Anderton. We'll declare the innings close at 221 for 4. That gives them 272 to win. Will they go after it? I think they're settling in for the draw by the looks of it. 241 to win. Just want a good couple of spells here from the spinners. Spin twins. Yeah, they're settling in for that draw. Markham will get another wicket. 101 for 3. And that game has petered out to a draw, guys. So, in all, we put up a bit of a fight in that game. We could have batted a little bit faster in that first innings, which probably would have helped us out a little bit. But that wraps up the season. Our first experience in County Championship Division 1. The standard was a bit too high for us at this stage. We will drop down to Division 2. And now it's just a matter of getting back up there immediately. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed the episode. The next part of our career is just reviewing Season 3, where the improvements need to be made. And yeah, we'll see you again next time with more Northamptonshire Career Mode.